When there's no more room in hell, the dead will walk the earth.
Guys, welcome to the kind of demo review thing. Just welcome to the IRT Pulse, basically. So I'm going to turn this down a little bit because we're getting some loudest of the volumes. So we're going to take that off. Right, so come on in. Look at this little beast we got. So what you heard then was not this ginormous rig that I'm currently standing in front of. That's just for show, really. What it was this. It was the IRT Pulse, a 2-tube, 212AX7 preamp, two channels. So you've got a hot channel and you've got a clean channel, and you've got all of your EQ basically set on a push-pull kind of thing to keep everything super easy. It's running into a door, which is Logic currently at this same rig as we had with the NAMM show. And we're running out of these powered monitors, and that is it. The delay you're hearing is just a plugin that we've got in Logic. Everything else is coming directly from this magic box of Win. So we're just going to invite you in, tell you how to use it, kind of look at some of the functions it's got on it. So if we have a look now at the clean channel, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to disengage the hot button, which is the coolest name for any type of button. I'm going to take the gain down, and we're going to start us off really on the lowest of gain settings with the volume at about 1 o'clock. I'm going to take the gain up slightly just so you can hear what this clean channel has to offer really. So the gain is now going up to about halfway, volume coming back to about halfway. And then let's take the gain up all the way on the clean channel. See what happens there. So proper hair on those dials. So let's go to the hot channel. We're going to start from where we left off really. So we're going to clean up the gain, kick the volume up a little bit, and engage the hot button. And these EQs are currently all set to bright with the EQ button engaged and the emulation on. The emulation is your cabinet emulation, so that's giving you basically one of these IRT super cabs as an emulator. Then the EQ button gives us a mid scoop, which is like a kind of characteristic of the IRT heads, which is just brilliant, super smooth saturation. The bright button gives you a little bit of a kick at the top of the EQ range, and the dark button gives you just a little bit of a scoop prior to that bright. Now, we're going to run this through the front of the house as well, and what that will do is it'll allow us to just basically tailor the EQ to our needs. If we run it into the front of an amp, however, if we've got a Soldano or something of that ilk, you're going to want to run that bright switch because Soldanos can tend to be a little dark. If, however, you run into the front of your favourite old Fender, you're going to definitely want the dark engage and you want to take off the bright because Fenders tend to typically just be that little bit kind of exaggerated in the high end. So this is currently bright with the EQ on, but no dark button. Take the gain up a little bit further, this time to about 12 o'clock. And then let's go nuts out and we'll dime it. So proper tube tone. All the gain you need in this tiny little super tube thing. So now what I'm going to do is going to look at some of the features that you've got on this. So we're going to look at the reamping. So I'm just going to take that off monitor. Now remember guys, this is just that. Well, and this as well, but that's doing nothing to it except add a little bit of delay. All of the tone is coming from this tiny little box. And again, we're going to look at all of the uses we can use this little box for. But for right now, we're going to use it as this digital audio workstation, kind of guitar super interface. So what I've got here is track 1 is direct. So as I record with this, I record a clean channel and I record the affected channel. What we're going to do now is we're going to hit on the reamp function at the front of the pedal or the front of the amp, which is what it essentially is. It's a bit of everything. Reamp what we've got and then kind of tailor the tone to what we want really, because you never know what you're going to get. You might find that your mix has got too much gain, not enough gain, the balance is a little bit off. You want to be able to mess about with that and not have to do it again. So what we're going to do is we're going to play through the clean channel so you can hear what that sounds like. So really spangly clean because it's unaffected, it's just the dry signal going straight through. Now we're going to put the sound I had when I recorded that, so just so you can hear what it sounded like originally. So lovely, but a bit too saturated. What I want to do now is I want to record that again, but I want to take the gain down. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to mute out the affected track, solo the clean track, arm a new track, which is going to be our reamp track, and then we're going to record that through with the tone we've got set up in the IRT. So I'm going to, in the Pulse, I'm going to take the gain down, keep the volume about right, I'm going to disengage the bright, leave it on the hot channel, and then let's see what we've got. Now, as I'm playing through this, I can audition different sounds, so I might change it a little bit in the initial mix, but then I'll have the sound by the end of the take. So let's see what we've got. Right, so now we've engaged the reamp button. So we've just pressed this little button at the front of the thing. We've set up a new track, which is going to be listening to the dry signal. And now we're going to reamp it and just affect it how we want to affect it. So let's crack that on. Right, let's see what we've got. So now I've got to take just a little bit less gain. A little bit less gain than I had before, but it's still the reamp. It just saved me playing through that take, which is what I might have considered the ultimate take. Saves me playing through everything, saves a ton of time. So what we're going to do next is we're going to move over to playing through the front of house, basically. So we're going to take the pedal, basically turn it into what is a power amp on your a preamp on your pedal board, and then use the front of house as the power amp. So again, guys, come back if you've got any issues with the reamp, and if you've got any issues with how to connect it up to a Mac or PC, and I'm sure we'll be able to sort you out. So we'll see you in the next vid.